Hi, my name is Keela,
And I'm Steven.
and we are here today to talk to you guys about baby daddy, baby mama. Okay, I'm the baby mama, that's the baby daddy, you know. And we just want to talk a little bit about the baby daddy and the baby mama relationship and what it looks like, what it is, and what it's all about, what our experience has been so far. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and introduce ourselves a little more, let you know a little bit more about us as people. My name is Keela. I'm originally from Wichita Falls, Texas, where I was born. I was raised in Dallas, Texas, and I'm 28 years old. Steven?
I'm Steven. I was originally born in Seattle, Washington, and I moved to Dallas as a baby at about maybe 2 years old, and I've been living in Dallas ever since. And Wichita is kind of my second home because this is where my family is. And I'm 27, and Keela is also 27, but we will be 28 this year.
Oh, did I say I was 28?
Yes.
Oh, I lied. I'm 27. I'll be 28 on the 24th of March.
And I'll be 28 on the 30th of July.
Oh, no, I'm rushing it. I don't, Lord, you know. Well, yeah, so, right now, we currently, things are complicated. You know, as I'm sure some of you know, you have seen my live video content on Facebook. It wasn't too long ago that I went live and it was drama. Okay, it was drama, it was trauma, it was everything. But you know, today we want to just use that as leverage to, have a means of speaking out, of having other young people come and let's change the dynamic of the baby mama baby daddy relationship. Okay, it doesn't have to be toxic. So we just want to talk a little bit about that. And first we're gonna kind of let you know a little bit on who we are and how we met. So we met 10, 11, 12, 13, something like that. As kids, we dated as kids, and Mr. Can't do right was always getting in trouble, and so we could never just.
I was misunderstood.
Okay, Mr. Misunderstood. Okay, and so with that being said, my father, my biological father, was in prison most of my life. He's still in prison, and. For me, I never really was the kind of girl that liked bad boys. I just wasn't. Like, I tried to steer clear from that because of my experience with my own father, and I knew what kind of trauma it could bring. So I couldn't be with Steven like that, okay? Because he was getting in trouble, and I didn't have time. But we stayed friends. We remained friends throughout childhood, teenage, adult, and 2019 January, my mom passed, and we just started getting close, started hanging out every day for a couple months, for about a month or two, month and a half, just every single day hanging out, no kind of intimacy, no kind of sex or anything, just strictly friends. Steven was very patient, very reserved in a way. He never tried to, even though he may have said it with his words, he never really tried to pursue me in that way. And so, that happened, and we were friends, and then we got into a relationship, and then I got pregnant. It was like boom, boom, boom. It just kind of happened so fast. And so that's how the relationship started. It started pretty good. I have a few questions here just to, kind of have some structure. And, I just kind of thought of some things that you guys would want to know. So how did the relationship start is one of the questions, and in my opinion, it started good. What about you?
I feel like it started pretty good.
We started off good, you know. Things happen, you know. The more you are around somebody, and I think also what happens is once you go from being friends to, you know, a relationship, you know, the dynamic changes, everything changes as far as, yes, the expectations change. And so that's what happened with us. Like, I'm like, okay, we not friends no more. You want me to be your girl. Okay, so, you know, what we doing? Because, again, he was very reserved. He didn't, you know, show any kind of affection or attention in that way that he wanted me as a girlfriend. And then even once we did get into that relationship, like, I had to be like, are you my boyfriend or not? Because you don't hug, we don't kiss. Like, what is this? Like, I don't know. So, you know, it started good, but we broke up. I broke up with him. I was like, baby, this ain't no relationship. I don't know what you used to or what you think, but, you know, in my mind, I'm used to kissing, hugging, you know. And so, I don't know. It's crazy because here it is. I have a guy that is interested in me, but he, you know, I mean, he's not aggressive about it. Like I was used to. I was used to aggressive men, like, okay, yeah, we're gonna have sex, we're gonna kiss, I'm a whatever, you know, but he was never really like that. So that's one thing that really attracted me to him, because he was just so patient. He never really, like I said, he never tried to just, you know, get me like that. He wasn't trying to get my goods. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So yeah, we ended up breaking up for a little 5 minutes, and we got back together because he was like, okay, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna show you, whatever. So, you know, we figured it out. And then, like I said, I got pregnant, boom, boom, boom. Right now, as far as what we do and who we are, right now, you know, I work at a bank inside of Walmart. I'm a banker. Steven,
getting it together, you know, trying to get back into the work field.
Yeah. And so, yeah, you know, we out here trying to figure it out, you know, this thing called life, because it's not easy, you know. The most important relationship you can have is the one with God and yourself. And then, you know, then you have to also have a relationship with people, and you start having kids, you got to have a relationship with your kids, you know. So it's very important that we, you know, we got that good tight relationship with ourselves and with God. That way we can be, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so let's get into these questions. So where we stand today, where do we stand today? Like I said, it's complicated. I wouldn't, in my mind, I would not say that we're together, because there's been a lot of just turmoil, and there's just been a lot of trauma throughout the relationship. And I just, you know, as much as I love Steven, I would be a fool to just let him walk back in and be like, yeah, you messed up. But, you know, in my mind, I feel like I got to make him fight a little more. You got to put in some work, okay? Because I am not just out here insecure, desperate. No, I say this in the most humblest way I know how. I'm a beautiful woman. I'm smart. I'm intelligent. I got shit going for myself, okay? I have dreams. I have goals. I know my worth. And it took some time for me to get there, but I know my worth. And so, you know, we working on that. But he's sitting here today, so, you know, clearly we have some type of healthy relationship. And we're working on the actual relationship and the marriage. But for right now, we're being parents, we're friends, we get along well, we're getting to know each other a little more, know ourselves a little more, and everything. The next question is, where would we like to be in the future?
Married and, in a household to where we have, a successful family, and, to be working, working on ourselves, working on our business, working on our family, working to make things better.
I agree. In the future, for sure, I would definitely not want to be an employee anymore. That's where I stand right now. I just realized it's a lot that comes with being in the employee field. There's a cap, there's a limit on what you can do. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm also, trying to find other ways, other, means of having an income. And so we're working on that, definitely. But as far as Steven and I go, absolutely. As much as we've been through, I do love him. I do want us to be able to have that family and have our family, and everything that we've been through. It would be nice for it to not be in vain, to just, it's like, okay, all that happened and they're not together. Here it is, another child growing up in a broken home. I definitely don't want that. I never wanted that for myself, and that really, just kind of scared me into staying longer than I should have and allowing more than I should have allowed to go on because of that fear of not wanting to lose that family. So it's like, I'm gonna hold on, we're gonna make it work. But that didn't do nothing but cause a lot of resentment for me, and I was so focused on what he was doing and what he wasn't doing that I couldn't even see myself. I took a lot of the focus off of myself and put it on him, and it was just a lot. So I realized once I took the focus off of Steven and started putting it on Keela, that I was in a different place. I was in a better place. It took a lot of forgiveness, a lot of prayer to get to where I am now with Steven, because it wasn't too long ago I was bitter, I was hurt. He wasn't gonna see his kid, his family wasn't gonna see me, my baby, and that was that, and I was bitter. And as much as I talked about bitter baby mamas and I despised them, just like that, I became that very woman that I so-called despised. You know what I'm saying? Even being a baby mama, I was one of those people where, I hate to say it, but let's keep it real. I was very judgmental. Being religious and seeing all these women, like everybody having babies, and it's like, okay, where's the husband though? Where's the man? And here it is, here I am now, today. I have a child, I'm not married, and he lives in Dallas and I live in Wichita. So basically I'm a single mom. It's something I never wanted to be, something I promised myself I never would be. So be careful who you judge, how you judge. Be careful, never say never, because you never know, you might end up in a very situation that you don't want to be in, or that you said you would never be in. So just saying, be careful about that. What role do we play in the relationship is another one of the questions.
As far as roles, I would say I'm still figuring everything out, with me being back and forth between Dallas and Wichita. My main goal is to be wherever my family is. But right now, my role is to get my situation together to where I can play a bigger role in my family's life and be more of an impact and be more of a husband and a father figure.
Okay.
I think I answered that.
Yeah. Okay, as far as my role, I definitely feel that I have overdone it. You know, just growing up, my mom was a single mom. You know, as we know, it's a cycle, it's a normal to have strong black women. Y'all know we have the stigma of strong black woman. And as black women, we carry a lot of masculine energy because we grew up without it. So we have taken that on. And I am that woman. I have taken on masculinity. So if you ask my role in the relationship, if I'm 100% completely honest, I'm a lot more of the masculine. You know, I carry a lot of the weight. I know Steven's shaking his head over there, but the roles have been reversed, okay? And that's one thing that we gotta put an end to in 2022.
Yes, for sure.
Period. Like, young men, y'all need to step up and play your role right. As a man, you are a provider, you are a protector. And you know, I've been, if I'm just being honest, we're gonna keep it real here. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only way to be. And we're gonna be 100% transparent. So throughout most of the relationship, I've been the masculine as far as just, you know, what role he plays. I wanted to control that. I wanted to tell him, you do this, you're gonna do that, I'm gonna do this. And it's like, you know, and not only that, as far as working, you know, I've held down a job for most of the relationship. There was one point in time in the relationship during my pregnancy and like right after I had the baby where, you know, Steven did step up and he took over and he covered us for those few months or whatever. And then, you know, thankfully I was able to take off a full year. The first year of my son's life, I stayed home with him and I worked from home. I worked for my grandmother doing home health. And so although, you know, I was at home, I was still working. I was still bringing in income. And so there was a lot of times where Steven wasn't bringing in income. He wasn't working. And this caused a lot of resentment for me because, you know, I was just overwhelmed. And so that's caused a lot of turmoil in the relationship as well, you know. So.
And it wasn't just that I wasn't bringing in income, because I was. It just wasn't steady. It wasn't consistent to where, you know, I was able to help her as much as I needed to.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And, you know, it's been a lot. Like I said, we got on this little train that we've been on and that we're still on right after I lost my mom. So I was hurting, I was grieving in a way, and you know, after my mom passed, I spent a lot of time going out, partying, hanging with friends, or you know, I left Wichita Falls and moved to Dallas, and once I got to Dallas, I was hanging out with Steven every day, all day, you know, just finding ways to keep my mind occupied and keep myself out of depression, not realizing I was still depressed. I was still hurting. I couldn't avoid that grievance. I still had to go through it, but I was suppressing it with everything else. So once it came time later down the line in the relationship, all that I had been suppressing came up, and I was very angry. I became very angry throughout the relationship, and you know, I have been emotionally abusive. I've been physically, I don't want to say abusive, but I slapped him
a couple
times. You know, one time I was pregnant and I was running high on hormones and emotions, so that don't count, okay? But the other times, you know, I'm just so angry, and I've never put my hands on a man. I've never imagined myself being that woman, but once again, you know, I found myself in that place that I never thought I would be in. So just saying that to say, be careful, you know, be careful. I mean, Let's see what else we got. Where do we stand on parenting? Woo! This little toddler of ours, baby. We're gonna bring him on one of these episodes, but baby, hey. I would like to say I'm more the disciplinary, but I'm really not.
Nah, she tries, but he has his own mind, and he's very smart and intelligent, you know, for his age. And you know, he's a little knucklehead, and he's a little what's the word I want to use, babe?
Mischievous?
Yes, mischievous.
Bad as hell? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
And he's a good kid overall. You know, he's just, you know, he's 1, he'll be 2 in a couple months. He's still learning everything. He still wants to put everything in his mouth. He still wants to, you know what everything is. And he's learning, you know, to talk, and he's learning to use more words. Right now, his favorite word is no. And it's like everything that we ask him or tell him to do is like no. And, you know, we try not to whoop him because, you know, we understand that he's still learning. But, you know, it is hard because you do too much sometimes, little boy. And, you know, we don't want to, you know, whoop him and make him feel some type of way because, you know, he don't really have an understanding of things right now. But he's a pretty good kid. He's funny, he's active, he's outgoing, he's caring, he's loving. He's the best child to me. Of course, he's my child, but, you know, he's very loving. He loves strangers. It don't matter who you are. He will speak to you when you walk past him in the store or give you a hug. It doesn't matter. He's always, for the most part, happy, loving, and caring.
Yeah. The question was actually about parenting, but it's okay. As you can see, he loved his son, okay? And I love my baby too. He's sweet and everything. And, you know, with me being the mom, of course, I'm more of the nurturer. I'm more of the softie. And so he kind of takes advantage of that. And he don't treat me like he treat his daddy. So, you know, when I get home and stuff, or you know, when I'm around, he wants to be a baby. He wants to be the biggest baby. You know, I'm pretty sure a lot of you can relate. And with daddy, you know, they just have fun. They play. He ain't got no worries in the world. So I guess whatever they like to say, I'm the softie. I'm the soft parent. But whatever, we'll get there, okay? He about to be 2, so that's 2 times the discipline he gonna be getting. All right, so I mean, we got a lot more that we want to share with you guys, but for now, this is just a little, you know, introduction. We definitely want to get more into talking about this baby daddy, baby mama relationship and everything, and we're gonna also have more people come on. I want to invite other couples as well, but you know, we're definitely gonna finish this off, let y'all know whatever else y'all want to know. We're very open to questions. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Please like, subscribe, follow, share. We want to get this out there. We want to make some changes,
and to be an inspiration to struggling couples who don't really have the guidance to know where to go when you are having problems. And we don't really know, you know, we're, you know, figuring it out together, but that's the thing. We have to stick together. We have to be willing to work with each other to make things work. Because in the society we live in, you know, the family, the home of the black is broken, and we, you know, as, you know, a black couple feel like, you know, it's our justice or our responsibility to give insight and to make it better and make it easier for others to understand that it's not easy, but there is a fight that has to be fought, and to, you know, progress into being in a healthy relationship.
Absolutely. So this is the This is the start. This is just the beginning. We're gonna let y'all go with this 25 minutes of love, and we thank you for watching. We appreciate you. There's so much more to come. Ask questions, whatever you want to know. We're open. We're here. We putting it on the table. Let's get it.